A missing daughter and a mother's mission to find her.
It's been almost 8 years since Cressida Cage disappeared in Detroit.
But while her family was desperately searching for her for years, they had no idea it wasn't even necessary.
7 Action News reporter Prakash tells us how this all unfolded.
Rosita Cage Toaster never gave up hope that she'd find her daughter, but she couldn't have imagined it would come with such a painful and startling surprise.
I never would have thought I'd be living this nightmare. This is hell.
It is a nightmare that Rosita Cage Toaster has endured for almost 8 years. It all started when her 28-year-old daughter, Cressida, disappeared in Detroit.
Cressida went missing October 26, 2009.
Her car had been found abandoned near the Belle Isle Bridge, with her purse, cell phone, and ID still inside.
We got pictures out. We started putting posters up.
Rosita filed a missing persons report. She and her family searched for Cressida around the clock. Days turned to years. The pain left Rosita feeling empty, mentally and physically.
I lost so much weight that my sister said my ribs was showing. I got sick. I was admitted to the hospital.
But through all the anguish of not knowing what happened to Cressida, she never gave up hope.
I knew I had to do my own work, my own detective work.
In April, Rosita says she reached out to a national missing persons organization pleading for help, urging them to focus on the fact that Cressida had a distinctive tattoo.
Please focus on the tattoos. One descriptive tattoo was the one with a big rose that said, "My husband's name, it's our nicknames, Blue and Rose."
She says that's when they contacted DPD, and only then did Detroit police notice there was a connection between a body found in 2010 in Detroit and her daughter. It was that unmistakable tattoo. Turns out Cressida's body had been found here near Jefferson and Dearborn Streets back on March 30th, 2010. That's just 5 months after she'd gone missing. She was told Cressida had somehow ended up in the Detroit River.
And I don't want this to happen to nobody. The system has to do better. They have to do better.
So for almost 8 years, Rosita Cage Toaster and her family had no idea that Cressida had been dead. For most of that time, she'd been buried at this Canton cemetery in this spot, associated only with a number.
She got a name. She had occupation. She had a mother, father, family that loved her dearly. She wasn't just a number.
According to Rosita, investigators dropped the ball, and she claims they could have made the tattoo connection right after Cressida's body was found. She also says it was assumed that Cressida wasn't African American.
Someone put down that she was Hispanic or Caucasian, and this is what they claim the mix-up was.
We went to Detroit police to try and get answers.
Her body had been in the river all of that time, so you know the complexions and things of that undergoes a change. It's kind of hard to elaborate on that.
But there was also that tattoo. Why couldn't that connection have been made years ago?
During that time and period in Detroit history, I cannot really account for what may or may not have happened. But what I can say is that the team that we have in place today, they were able to make a turnaround in 24 hours and being able to connect the dots.
Rosita and her husband say their family would have been spared years of agony had this case been handled the right way.
It was rough. It was no easy test of going through the 8 years of not knowing what she was.
Everybody is, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." No, you're not sorry. You can't feel my pain. You didn't go through what I went through all these years. And if it's somebody else going through this, I don't want to see nobody ever have to go through this. It has to be a better system.
Cressida's family is now hoping to have her body exhumed so they can have a proper burial. They also want to get her personal belongings back, but were told by police that they had been destroyed. I'm Prakash, 7 Action News.
The Wayne County Medical Examiner's Office tells us they did document Cressida's tattoo in the autopsy report that they provided to DPD. They also tell us that the appearance of the body gave them no reason to question the ethnicity on the initial report from DPD, which was listed as Caucasian or possibly Hispanic. By the way, her death ruled a drowning. Circumstances unclear.
Oh,